Right, I'm just going to get this out there because I've got stuff to do. But when I feel like saying something, I will. I'm going to address something first before I tell you this little story of someone I was just speaking to at an appointment I just went to. And I was like, there's a connection thing again. But there's a few, because it's the QAnon thing, that I've been talking about for quite a long time. I just want to talk about some comments I'm getting, and I will bring them up. I'm not going to say who said it. I just think, let me see if I can find it. Because I can tell when people are not watching my channel and they're not listening to what I'm saying. They're just looking at something I've put up and they're not actually listening because they're against the thing that I'm for, which is Q. I've told you a lot of people in the UK don't know about Q. They choose not to research or they don't know how to research. And because they don't know about it or understand it, they think it's something nefarious. When actually when you research properly, yourself, not what I'm saying, because I know people on this channel have gone and researched what I've said and gone and researched yourself and finding out that it actually is not fake, and it's fear mongering the people who are saying it isn't, because that's what mainstream media is saying, and it is a thing on mainstream media as well. Because I just think someone's already put out. What did someone put out before? So let me find this comment. Hi Rachel. Just a little chat. One about a guy I've just been talking to's connection in an appointment. I was like, no way. At least he's awake to some stuff without knowing, not that you need to be. Let me just find the one that someone, I won't say the name because they want attention. They're breaking through MSM. This is that right, girly? Explain or block me. Either way, I'm recording this. Interaction, be careful. What are you threatening me for? Be careful about what? So I replied back, get a grip of yourself and research and you might learn something. This person's a flat earther, so why are they trying to harass me yet again and saying, be careful? I'm recording this interaction, what, and I've turned around to you and said, get a grip and learn for yourself. When I've talked about the people who QAnons and people like Joe M are talking about flat earth, and you're supposed to be a flat earther and you're threatening me and saying you're recording this interaction. Why? What's all that about? What you triggered for, that people are coming over to flat earth? Isn't that what you want? I don't understand this whole thing of these people who are into flat earth that are trying to say other people coming into flat earth are working for the other side, or they're not in groups with other groups, so they're hurt about it. I don't understand all that. You don't make any sense. You're threatening now, recording me saying what? That you should go and research yourself about Q because you don't believe in it. Right, really don't get all that. Yesterday I came on this morning, I was talking about, just been on the phone for 2 hours. Exactly. And talking about QAnon. Everyone's talking about it. Well, people are going to start talking about it. Last night I came on talking about Michael Jackson because it was in the paper and it was on mainstream media. So someone puts, and I'm sorry about this, but you're wrong. And I said, if all this comes out to be fake in the end, I'll come on here and say I'm wrong. I'm not scared of apologising, but as far as I've been researching, it isn't. Someone put on, because this is when someone doesn't watch your channel and is not understanding what you're saying. So don't need to write, no, don't need to say the name, but when you put in a comment like, Dolly, I've watched mainstream media. I don't watch mainstream media. I watch alternative like you do as well, and you try and find the right channels. I've watched mainstream media. I haven't watched mainstream media for 23 years. I've been researching for a long time. We know there's people researching for a long time. It's not a competition who was on it first. A lot of people are waking up, but what some people don't understand is what they knew was happening then, which it was, something got in there and it's been changed, and there is good people helping, and it's not what you think it's going to be. But you would think that because you're looking at mainstream media talking about Trump and QAnon, if you're watching that. It's political theatre. Yes, we know that. I know that. I've talked about it. It's what's behind the political theatre, what's behind the veil. It's agenda to bring in one world government. Well, you don't say, yeah, one world order. That was with Hillary. It's not happening because there's things happening behind the scenes. But if you don't follow Q properly and you don't research it properly, because a lot of people in the UK don't even know about it, You don't understand what's going on behind the scenes. Even when Trump's up on the world stage, on the media, he's saying something totally different if you know how to read it. Dolly, I didn't just wake up. I've been doing this for years. I know the awakening process. Brilliant. You are reading a newspaper. No, I read a newspaper yesterday. I don't read them. I bought it specifically to talk about this because this is bullcrap. They put this out there to distract. That's what I was saying. I know this is mainstream media, but the story they're saying was he's a pedophile, this, that, and the other, he's this, he's that. No, he isn't. They're using him as an scapegoat for what this Hollywood pedo ring, and it's worldwide, by the way, is doing. The story they're putting out to you lot, the sleeping, is not true. Just like all the other stuff they're putting out about the IRA with Britain and the packages, that's distraction for Brexit. So no, I don't read the papers. I was saying what's behind this story of what they're saying. That is BS, and I'm calling BS out on it. So is the IRA thing. So you're wrong there. Just want to put that straight. I wasn't reading the mainstream media. I don't watch the news. I go and find alternative news. I don't watch TV. I brought a newspaper to talk about this, what they're saying about this man. They don't want people playing Michael Jackson's music. Why is that? Because he was a light bringer. He knew what was going on with all the cabal or whatever you want to call it. So no, I was talking about the story behind the story mainstream media have put up. Because their story about it isn't. It's, a lot of us know. It's BS, and I'm calling it out, and that's what I was saying. It is not a competition who woke up. I'm sick to death of hearing this. Yes, people are waking up, right? I'm going to talk properly now, and this is how I'm saying it. It is BS. It's not a competition who woke up first. I was on it 23 years ago. There was a lot of people on it years ago that have passed 50 years ago, 60 years ago, in the 60s, in the 70s, whatever. Something got in and is helping with this process. So when you hear mainstream media saying Trump and Q, you know, Trump's a bad person, oh, he's part of this, Q's a conspiracy, it's a Trump conspiracy. Well, the mainstream media would say that because that's what they've been saying. But it's going to be breaking to mainstream media because they're breaking down the house of cards. Who owns mainstream media? Owns the world. So, you know, the people who comment on Q, you are not researching, and don't tell me you do because you're not. You're looking at channels on alternative news channels on or whatever channels you're looking on YouTube, because I've seen them, and they're the fake ones. They're the shills, like Alex Jones, like someone's trying to call me a shill out. A shill, right? So I'm looking at you like, are you a shill? Are you a shill? It's all right to comment, but some people are not researching Q. They're saying it's not real because they heard it off some other channel, because they heard it off mainstream media, because they don't understand it, because they're not researching. So as much as people are saying they've researched 20 odd years ago, well, I've been on researching Q for 18 months. It only came out like 2 years ago. It only came out, the drops came out. The actual plan's been in for about 35 years. But it couldn't get out because people get stopped all the time. But something changed. Yes, it is a positive thing. And the flat earthers as well. I don't know what your problem is. The ones that are fighting against flat earthers. QAnons, people like Joe M, and you won't understand Joe M and other people on Twitter if you don't know about Q and who's involved with it all, is now dropping stuff about flat earth. So the people who are apparently filming me and put hit videos out and stuff like that, you're from flat earth, but you're going against flat earthers. I'm telling you, people will be coming into flat earth. There'll be more people coming in because there's millions that follow Q. And I can't even say it's really following. The whole thing of Q, as I've said before, it's a truth movement. Like many other truth movements, it's the same thing, and you're dividing it. Question everything and research yourself. I know there's people in this room that come in and have heard me saying stuff, and they've gone off and researched themselves. I've told them the channels that you can go and research, but go and research yourself. Don't take it literally out of my mouth. Go, and they've said they found things. They know, right? And people even thought, oh, I'm not sure about Q. They've gone and actually done the research instead of sitting there, being lazy and not researching. And it doesn't just mean researching on the internet. It means researching into a lot of things. And then you find certain names in certain places. And what were they doing at the top of this corporation or that one. Oh, and they were involved in this, were they? In this, and then it starts to make sense. And people think it's a site or it's fake and all this because Trump's just one of the, the other side of the coin because he's in politics. How many more times do we have to shout it out? Go and research Project Paperclip, how they got in. Why did they need Trump to come into this movement? No, he's not a politician. He doesn't even sound like a politician, thank God. Thank God. He's a businessman. Just like where I've been now. I've just been to an appointment for something. Q hasn't stopped. The Q hasn't stopped anything. He's been dropping past couple of days. Yeah, he hasn't been stopped. People who don't research don't see. I've just been to an appointment. There was a guy there at this appointment that I was in. I was nearly laughing. He was great. He was down to earth. He was even swearing at the desk in his office job. And I was like, oh my God. And he's like, he's going on and he's like, he said something about the news and he mentioned Michael Jackson. And I was like, don't even get me started on Michael Jackson. What they're pumping out in mainstream media is not what it's all about. And then he started going on about something about, it's like when people are ill, what do they pop straight away? A pill, don't they, from Big Pharma to make them better. He said, I've told people, if you do this and do that, you can heal yourself. I was like, yes, this is what I believe. This is what I talk about. It's your mindset, people. And he was like, yeah, it's like all this stuff. He said, I don't watch the news. He said, because they're pumping all this stuff out about this, that, and the other. And it's fake. They're just pumping the wrong stuff out. I went, thank God. I've just gone to an appointment with a man who knows what's going on. He doesn't know about Q. And I just went, it's a bit like all these conspiracy theories, isn't it? He went, yeah. And I was like, and it's all about we need to pump some positivity out, isn't it? And he's like, yeah, because it's all negative what they pump out all over the news and the lies that they spread about people. Certain celebrities, there's some nefarious and some not, as we know. And I was like, oh my God, see how you're linking up with people when your reality's aligning with the reality that's going on. I'm sorry, but people who were stuck back in the day of FEMA camps and New World Order, yes, it was coming in. And Trump's just mentioned something about FEMA camps, so everyone gets triggered. They're using it for what they were originally using it for, not what New World Order were bringing it in for to trap everyone and gas them and all that sort of stuff that everyone's looked into. I've looked into all of that. It scared me ages ago, but that is not what's happening. But you think it is because mainstream media are pumping stuff out about Trump. We're not bothered about what mainstream media is saying. If you know how Q works and you actually watch Trump on stage and the words he's saying and certain things he says, like the man who has cystic fibrosis the other day and said, you'll still be here in 10 years. He was given a 6-month to live. 10 years. Why is that? Because we've got the technology and they've got the technology and those technology machines that can help heal people straight away. They've even been doing tests on people with HIV and they're curing them. So what's going on there? People are not researching properly. I got this book today. I didn't get this book because I need to read it. I know all about it. There's a few things in there that probably I'll be like, oh yeah, I didn't know that bit. People are like, yeah, but it's coming to it's on Amazon. We all know what Amazon is. Yeah, we know what Amazon is and Facebook and all that, but they're breaking into it because they're bringing the house of cards down. This is like a number one or whatever it is. People are buying it. This is for a historical keep. This is, and that's why people are getting confused because when this comes into mainstream media, which it is doing, they'll be like, yes, I explained this yesterday, but people don't listen. Oh, but I thought mainstream media told lies. Yes, but they're breaking it down because we need proper journalists, truth journalists, mainstream media that tell the truth because all these alternative channels on YouTube that are pumping out the truth, that people think are conspiracies, some of them are going to be like overtaking the mainstream media. That's what's happening. That's what I talked about before because we need it because there's a lot of reporters out there who are working for the cabal and there are a lot of new journalists that have tried to bring Q out. This is what people don't know. They've tried to report on the Q movement and they've been stopped. There was about 20. Why? When you understand who owns the media, then you'll understand who owns the world. So I'm not interested in people saying, I was on this years ago, I've been on it forever. And I knew something was up forever. I wasn't looking into it in depth. Something's changed and it is for the better. And if you can't believe that, what's the point? What's the point then? You might as well go and dig your grave now. Sorry to sound like that, but I'm just fed up of people going on. You know what I talk about on my channel, so if you don't like it, don't watch. You're not going to change my mind, thank you, where we go one, we go all, on this movement at the minute, because I've researched it with other good people on here, my dad and everything, and people that are talking about the UK are not that awake to this. You will be. But the point is, I've researched that much that it's like, it's not showing anything that's not true about it. The only reason you're not seeing it properly of arrests and certain stuff, because there is arrests going on, by the way, is because mainstream media are not putting it out. Why? Because they're part of the cabal. They don't want you to know. Why there's all things going on with yellow vesting. Some people think it's good, some people think it's bad. This is the civil war. It's not, we're already in it. And the war that's about to come to the surface is not the New World Order. It's mass arrests and things going on. I've told you, go and watch Q, the Plan Save the World. You say what you want about it, listen to it and watch it. You're not listening, you're not looking. People are choosing not to. I said if this comes out that it is a farce in the end, I'll come in here and apologise. But I've got a really good feeling I won't be doing it. But I'm not scared to come and do that if I have to. Because we've all been lied to, and that's one fact that we do know. It's very hard to sift through this, but I'm not having people saying, oh, I was on it years ago. I've already got a friend that I talk to on the phone. We argue all the time about it. Yes, there was something coming in. Yes, Hillary was going to cap off the pyramid and bring the New World Order in and put people in FEMA camps and all that shit that was put all over the internet. But she's not. She lost. And that's why she was shouting Russia out, spitting a dummy out every 5 minutes. Oh, you lost, love. You lost. Sit down and shut up. I don't want to join it, thoughts and perception, because I don't see the point. We're on the same path in another way. Someone said this the other day, come and debate me. What's the point? I believe in what I believe in and you believe in what you believe in. So it's end of. It's playing out and I just say, let's just see what happens. But I'm not into, I have a friend that I talk to and he's the same as you. Yes, I believe in all the meditation stuff. I do it as well. I was doing some last night. I believe in all that, but there's a physical side that needs to come out. This Q movement is helping them people wake up because, I'm not being funny, to come to spirituality and awareness, there's a lot of people been trapped and deceived. We got hijacked. They need waking up before they can do any of that because they're very, very in depth with the whole celebrity stuff and the material thing, and they're so in depth with it because that's what's pumped out all over mainstream media, all over Instagram, all over YouTube with the celebrities, and everyone's like, oh my god, I must follow the celebrities. So that's what it's all about. So to wake these people up abruptly, not abruptly but abruptly, it has to be done this way. It's not part of the old system, it's part of a new. The old guard is being brought down. That is the end of the world for them, not for us. Apocalypse means lifting of the veil. The veil's being lifted on the paedophilia. It's being lifted on everything. And people still can't see it. Yeah, guerrilla media, because they won't research. So I'm sorry at the minute, I don't want to talk to anyone about it because I'm not into this, oh, let's debate this, that and the other. I say what I want on my channel. If you don't believe it, then you don't have to listen to it. I have a friend who I talked to. Yes, it is an awakening, but it's a spiritual awakening and a physical awakening. To go to the spiritual, a lot of these people need to be. That's why someone keeps saying to me, you could just leave all this behind and just go within yourself. I'm like, yeah, I know. But I choose not to. Maybe I came here to choose not to. I want to help wake them others up because, as you know, it's very hard. But it's got to be done because I believe there's a timeline coming and it needs to be done. So how are you going to wake all the proper sleeping people up who are just really into the watching the TV, you know, doing this and doing that? Yes, but you're on the lines of a friend that I talk to, and it's great, and we always get in an argument about it because we have different perceptions on things. My reality is not that. And it's all good to me anyway, it's all positive. If it was negative, I'd be in doom and gloom, like, oh my God, they're coming to do this. No, they're not. They tried, and they're getting brought down. I'm not saying there's still pockets of resistance, of course there is. That's why they threw Michael Jackson out under the bus again. That's why I was talking about Michael Jackson. It's nothing to do with I was reading a newspaper. I was showing this as into how they report on stuff. They're reporting crap on it when we all know it isn't true. People are greedy for money, the greed of money. Parents getting back that'll be seen as it is anyway. That'll come out to the light of day. You want to be you want to be looking at more people like Oprah Winfrey. Those people bow down to Oprah Winfrey, don't they? Well, wait till you find out about her. No, it doesn't mean we have to talk, but I can't talk about the QAnon thing because I talk about it on here. I don't want to do it because I do it with a friend and it always ends up like, I understand about the Great Awakening, but it's, I said, mind, body and spirit. They went for our minds and bodies that people don't understand about. They're going for the last one is spirit. I understand all that, but like I said, I'm a fish. I'm in two things. It is dividing because people who don't follow, people who don't research Q, who don't understand it and don't understand how to look at it, are saying it's not, it's part of the same thing. So that's dividing it as well. Trump's son's already talked about Tommy. Some people are not into Tommy. We've got Owen Benjamin talking about Tommy. That was brilliant. All that stuff. It's all one and the same thing. They're putting out about flat Earth and all that, and it's all one and the same thing. So, and it's on 17 now. And when I was at this appointment, I turned around and he swung the computer screen round, and there was number 17. I was like, synchronicities all the time. 17 and 7. You'll never get me off it. No, I like you as well, but I just can't. I can't talk about this, who was on it first, and my friend was on it years ago, and I understand what he was saying, and he's a beautiful soul, and he talks about the food and all that, and I understand all that. But there's a different thing going on here as well. We did get hijacked. And I'm saying, not everybody can come to all peace and love and meditating if they can't see it because they've been too dumbed down about it. They need to wake up as well, because it's not just for, oh, I can just do it for myself and let them come to it. It needs to be done. It was never meant to be this way. It was never meant to be this way. We weren't meant to be living the way we were living. We were meant to be living in love, peace and harmony, but something got in there. That's what I'm saying. I'd say give it a month or so and let's see. Yes, the meditation is for humanity. That's why I've talked about meditation. I talked about the guy with the singing bowls. You pump it all out because it's bringing good things in. I know how all that works because I'm on it. I do it, but I do both sides of it. People say don't get too much in the physical. Well, I'm sorry, my belief is it got cut off. No, I know we're not physical, but we sort of are as well. We still reside here. It's still part of it. But once we get that physical sort of prison out of the way, we'll be able to be what we really are. But I kept saying the other day, we got hijacked. I understand all that. I love it. But I'm here for that other side as well. What they say about star seeds and all that is people doing different things at different time with different things. If you meditate and doing that, that's brilliant. There's other people doing different things the way they do it. But there's also people here to do other things. Some people were here to just do that, to just work on themselves, to just help themselves, and they're like, yeah, you can't wake anyone up, so I'm just doing me. That's brilliant. You're allowed to do that as well. But there's others that are still trying on that side because I know about we are just spiritual beings having a physical experience. I know all about it. I know all about it. I've talked about my awakening. I talk about a lot of stuff on my channel. Not everybody watches everything I do, but I've done it. This is and this is the great awakening because this is being woken to everything, not just a couple of things. All the conspiracies out there, most of them that they call conspiracies, are real. I keep saying Project Paperclip, the CIA. Oh, people who talk about conspiracies they're stupid. They're they're all mad. No. When I believe in something, I will battle it out to the end. If this proves to be a farce, which there's no way in the world, I don't think I'll ever be coming on here saying it is, I will come on here and I'll apologise. And I've said to everyone on here, oh, well, we'll just have a laugh about it and go, well, I was passionate and at least I researched, and at least I met lovely people in my chat and at least we're all getting on and we were linking up over something, and it just shows your community can come together and we all want the same thing, which is freedom for humanity. So my intentions of what I put out on my channel are good, whatever you think. They're not nefarious like some people think. I've got some really weird stalkers on here at the minute who are, like I've said, threatening things, saying be careful what you reply because I'm recording you. What? You're recording me saying go and research yourself and learn something. Like I said, they must be nefarious because nobody gets what they're going on about. Oh, somebody from Flat Earth community, I think it was, who I said I'm into Flat Earth anyway. I'm not shouting the name out because they've not even got a profile picture anyway because I understand what that's all about. Said this, which I just can't get my head round, like, what the thing is about it. It's like, so you're off Flat Earth, but you're trying to push people away off flat Earth, dividing again. When I've told you, more people are going to be coming over, questioning it, even if they just want to look because they're curious and they want to ask things, and you're pushing people away, and then they go and say something like this. Where is it? It just made me laugh. I was just like, what are people on? Yeah, be positive. You know, I can come on here and rant, but I'm a positive person and I'll just keep kicking it out because of the comments here. You know, your spirit overflows with the truth traffic. Where we go, one we go all. Tommy hit something big when he confronted the BBC. Yes, he did. I know all about Tommy. I did a speech on it last year, blah, blah, blah. Just let me find this stupid comment because I don't understand what people are like. What? I don't understand. Well, I do because it must be nefarious. Or they're a shill. Here we go. Comment. This was me talking about getting the Q book, you know, on my thoughts on Q and what I believe about Q. They're breaking through MSN, because I said they're breaking through MSN. They said it's becoming public, so you're going to hear about it whether you like it or not. And that's where people will get triggered because they're like, well, it's on MSN, and they're breaking through it. They're bringing the house of cards down. Don't know. I don't get what people don't get. Is that right, girly? Explain or block me. Either way, I'm recording this interaction. Be careful. What? What? So I put back because I'm apparently being recorded. I know what channel this is off. Get a grip of yourself and research yourself and learn. I've explained. Go research there. It's there to research yourself. Hello? I'm being recorded for this interaction. And I can block you if I want to block you because you're a shill that keeps coming on here all the time. Yeah, I'm fine, Lily. I'm just... Yeah, people can say I'm triggered, but it's like I said, nobody is going to change my mind on this. I've been on it 18 months. You're not going to change my mind. So if you don't like what I'm talking about, you don't need to watch. Yes, I know a lot of us are on the same path, but I'm not going to stop talking about it. Yeah, the fear gets worse as we are closer to the truth. Exactly. Flat Earth is full of shills. Hi, John Thought. It is, and I'm experiencing this. I get shills off the QAnon side anyway. I have done, whether you believe it or not. But the Q, I like to call it the Q team. The ones who are the Anons and part of JFK Jr. and stuff that are pumping it all out on Twitter I'll just go read through this again. They're dropping about flat Earth now. So you are going to get a lot more people coming to flat Earth. And then we've got these shills that are trying to divert people away from. I mean, they did it on me. I've had hit pieces done on me already just for a mother who's just talking about her thoughts and perception on flat Earth. I didn't say I knew what model it was. I know which model I like, and I think one of them was off your channels, John, for, you know, I can say which model I think I'd like it to be, and I could see that that makes more sense. But there's a big problem there with all that. Big problem. I'm just going to find this for the people who may not have seen it this morning. They aren't humans. They've been saying that for a long time. Exactly. You know, there's all this stuff out there, conspiracies. Oh, there might be this, that, and the other, and they might not be human. Who knows? Who knows? Because we don't really know anything. Diversion from the truth is layers, last resort. Right, so I've done the Michael Jackson thing. I don't need to keep shouting that out because that's BS, as we all know. And if you don't understand how the mainstream media works, I don't know where you're from. Right, Santa Claus of the United States, right? It does SCOTUS. Hi, it does SCOTUS channel on YouTube. Just put this out today. I said it was coming. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved the face of the waters. And the God said, let there be light, and there was light. SCOTUS. Please go and hashtag SCOTUS channel on YouTube. And then he put this up. I said they'd start talking about this. Like Trump said, I fly many planes. Lots of planes. I've got lots of planes. I'd know if the world was round. Who else flew? JFK Jr. Also, The other Twitter from Joe M yesterday said, Joe M at Storm Upon Us, we know who that is. Fair, but perhaps it was timely to actually confront what has been annoying the deep state cabal, whatever you want to call them, Illuminati. Annoying the deep state tactic to insert deliberate deliberate psyops, in brackets, the kind that Jordan Saver alerts us to, instead of sweeping it under the rug. Everyone should go through the flat earth thought exercise at least once. We know who Joe M is. And Joe M is the one who's got Q the Plan to Save the World on YouTube. Dolly, it's 1 now, so I'm awake now. Men and women are equal. Yes, they are equal. Well, you've got to break through all that thoughts and perception to get to that, but we can't because we've been hijacked. I'm not saying I can't, other people can't. I've just told you they're so in depth with celebritism and this, that, and the other that they can't see because they're walking around with rose tinted glasses on. This is why they're bringing it out. It's not just for, that's what they wanted it for, the knowledge and stuff. It's not just because it's a select few that it should come to. It should be for everybody. That's what it was intentionally for, but they hijacked us. Right, this is an old post from Q ages ago. I just got sent this to remind people. We are going to show a new world, not the new world order. It's not one world order, it's a new world, not the one world order. We are going to show a new world. Those who are blind will soon see the light. A beautiful, brave new world, not one world order, new world lies ahead. That's what the EU are trying to do. That's what Brexit's trying to do. A beautiful, brave new world lies ahead. We take this journey together, one step at a time. Where we go one, we go all. Underlined, that is, by the way, Q. And then anyone who isn't a QAnon, we got this one. Who knows, but the globalists do push the globe all the time. I don't believe we're living on a ball, put it that way. I don't believe we're living on a ball. If anyone knows QAnon, you'll understand this from Flash 34. Genesis 2:6, I believe, the firmament is a round dome type structure, separated the heavenly waters from the earthly waters. As above, so below. I love you, Santa. That's Santa Claus of the United States of America. Don't know who you are. I'm thinking I do. I know who he is. Don't know who you are. Who's are? A lot of military planes flying at night. You can hear the difference in engines. There is a lot going on. Thank you, Jackie, because what people in the UK don't seem to know, because they don't know about what's going on in America. I have a lot of Americans in here, and they know, a lot of them who are onto the queue at least, know what's going on, military planes and stuff, because there's arrests and stuff going on, but they don't put it out on mainstream media because they don't want you to know. It's the same mainstream media in America here, all around the world. Yes, it is the shadow government. The shadow government's being taken down. Yeah, they run in the fourth dimension. I'm into all this stuff. I've looked into it all. We know this. What's above the government and the shadow government? We know. I've talked about Trump and his uncle and Tesla and what Tesla knew. And what Tesla was in... Tesla knew Maria Orkic. What did Maria Orkic knew? Hitler was interested in Maria. Well, that goes to the Antarctic as well, and all this sort. No, I'm not contradicting myself at all. I'm not contradicting myself. I look at a lot of stuff. How am I contradicting myself about Trump and Tesla and Maria Orkic of what you just said there? What did Maria Orkic know? What did they use the hair for in the Vril Society? And then we're going to Hitler because he was interested in her. Why? What's Project Paperclip? I'm not angry. I'm just telling people my thoughts. No one's going to change my mind. Yes, we are on the same thing. We want right for humanity, but I'm not on the same lines with that because I've seen a lot of fear-mongering that came in a few years back And I even didn't like it and thought, oh my God, how are we going to get out of this? And then something popped along, and because now people can't see it, they're still on that timeline of like FEMA camps and the apocalypse and the New World Order. They nearly did it. Pendulum's about to swing the other way because it's we the people who are going to do it. I think we have got guidance from other things, but we the people are going to do it. We the people are getting the power back. That's why people are standing up with the yellow vests. There's all different little things that are all coming together. Some are doing the marches, some are speaking out on YouTube, some are doing meditating, some are doing this. It's all part of the same thing. Put the jigsaw together and put the bigger picture together. It doesn't mean because somebody's not meditating, it's not part of the thing. I like talking, so I get it out that way. I also like meditating as well. I don't do it all the time, but I do it. Obama's a robot. Well, we know he's a deep state puppet, don't we? But who are behind the puppets? Who are the puppet masters? I know this. So, I'm just saying, sit on the fence with it then. You can't really comment on Q if you haven't researched it. Not like a friend that I know that got on it and fell off it in 2 months because he didn't see something about the Rothschilds in a helicopter crash. Where is the Rothschilds? I know about numbers, words and magic. So what? This is the thing. I know about all that stuff. I said this morning, 33, the number 33, it doesn't mean it's bad. They took our numbers, words. Of course he uses them. From that family. But it's if you've got good intentions. Oh, the art of the infinite, our lost language of numbers. Yes, they do use numbers. And that's why when you go onto Q, you can use numerology on it and figure out what's going on it. And a lot of numerology adds up to JFK and JFK Jr. because a lot of the Q drops are to do with JFK. I wonder why. I don't know what he was trying to get out before he got assassinated and what he knew deep down in the military and about the shadow government and what they were hiding and what Nixon was trying to tell him and all this stuff. If you actually go and listen to Behold a Pale Horse, that was written about 30 years ago and the guy got killed in it. It doesn't mean because Trump is using, this is where everyone's getting mixed up, oh, he's in a cult, he's using numbers and symbols. Of course he does. They do a lot of that. He does a lot of this, isn't that to Earth? He also does a lot of this, Q, signs and numbers. He shouted out 369, that's a Tesla number. These numbers off the dark side, let's call it, they use it. Like the Clintons and that Chelsea Clinton wears a cross upside down. Baphomet and all that sort of stuff. Where did I get my information from? The thing that I've been researching for 18 months. And the thing that adds up to everything I've been thinking about with news in the past years when I stopped watching the news about 8 years ago because of pumping out bad stuff all the time. When the numbers weren't bad, the symbols weren't bad. They reversed them upside down, like the cross upside down. They used the numbers. So when people look at the numbers, they think, oh my God, the bad. Number 33 isn't bad because the Masons use it over the third degree, or whatever you want to call it. They just use them numbers. They use our symbols. We want our symbols and numbers back. Yes, that is just a book. That's the new book that's come out, but you can actually research it everywhere. Like I said, I'm not interested in people who are against it because I'm not against it, so it's up to you. That's why I keep saying, go and research yourself. Did I say the puppet masters were physical beings? I don't believe they are. I've already talked about this. I know about all that sort of stuff. So if you're understanding Tesla, what Tesla got in contact with, what Hitler got in contact with Maria Orkic, and what was meant to be in one of the Area 51s or what Area 50 was years back with JFK, what JFK found out, and the ET story, that I loved as a child, the Rothschilds, yeah, have you seen them on anything? They might still be here, assets people. The whole story behind E.T., the film that I loved as a kid, which was shown in a cinema with Reagan, was based on a true story. We're all going back to pyramids, civilizations, multidimensional beings, thank you, lizards, aliens, all that sort of stuff. I've talked about all of that. It's fantastic. I do believe in all of it. But they've tried to hide it. That's why I say history is a lie. Whoever was winning history at the time wrote it, his story. See how they play on words like that? Trump does it with words and numbers. We're allowed to. It doesn't mean you're bad. They use it to signal to each other. So do we. It doesn't mean it's bad. They took our symbols from way back and used them for their nefarious one world order that they were bringing in for years, and they were just about to top it off with Hillary, but she didn't get in. Yes, I know about all the money that. You know when I was talking about the Black Tower film the other day? It's all in films. That's their one law. The one law, the unit. What do they call it? The universal law of one. They put it out in films. People laugh at this. They put it out in films because you think, well, it isn't real because it's in a film. When I talked about the Black Tower, if you go and watch it, it talks about portals. Yes, we've heard about Trump and portals, interdimensional worlds, right? It shows you something that looks like the Tesla Tower and something that looks like a dome of energy. The guy in it, who's out of Luther, I think, a TV program on TV, Luther, he draws in the sand a circle and says, and the lad in it says, what's that? And he goes, that's your world, that's our world, and there's many other worlds. And if you look at the way he drew it, it's the map. That's on the UN map. And we all know what the UN map is, don't we? Shoved in front of your face, plain in sight, right in front of you. Yeah, I'm on all that. I know I watch David Icke and all that, you know? Yeah, they are in politics and media. That's what I'm saying. But there's an alliance that got in that are taking it down because they knew. When JFK came out and said, I'm going to smash you in 1,000 pieces, he didn't realise how many people. That's why they assassinated him. Yes, Rachel, JFK, yeah, I know all about that. The JFK grave, yeah, it's a Q shape. I know all about that. I've shouted it out ages ago because obviously, and I was shouting out JFK Jr. last summer. People go, oh, have you? And I'm like, I did it last year. It's a Q sign. Yeah, good versus evil, definitely. You know when I talk about there's a plane we live on. We're on a physical plane and there's a spiritual plane. We're both fighting it out. That's why I'm so big on the thing of if we live on a plane, whatever you want to say, but that's what I'm seeing it as. A physical plane where this resides and a physical one. They got cut off from each other. They should have always been there. They were always there, the kingdom of heavens or whatever you want to say. They cut it off. They don't want you to believe in it. And that's what the globies normally say because they don't want you believing in anything, just spinning through space and you're just irrelevant and this, that and the other. There's no creator. Well, there is a creator, normally they say with the plane. So they were splitting it from us. They don't want you to have no faith. They don't want you to believe. They want you to be in a new world order of what they think, what they see, their agenda. So what they're bringing in, what this alliance is bringing in, is bringing the house of cards down. So the spiritual comes in with the physical, and that's how we work together. That's us at our strongest. But people have been so sucked into fake celebrities who are pumping out all this crap to sexualise children and all the stuff we know about, and to get you more in the material world of want, greed, eating all the food so the animals are getting more farmed and stuff like that, which they don't need to be at the rate that it is. And we're chopping down trees and we're killing animals. Here we go. Here's one for you. There's this was dropped on Q. I want to show you this because it's important. Right. I took some pictures of this. There's an airport in this is like what? They put it out in your face. People are saying they don't like this. Why would this be at an airport, right? Actually, let me go over to Q because it's on there. The paintings that are on this airport wall are just disgusting. So let's see if I can go over and show you what's going on. The water's separated from the waters. Yeah. That's how I see it now. All movies have bases of real life. Steven Seagal has a lot that they all do. It's their way of putting truth in front of your face. But people go, oh, it's just a film, so it's not true. It's like, and then you consent to it, so they carry on doing what they do. Oh, a new cue. What's this? We stand together in the fight. Oh, I like this one. Where's this? Is it the Middle East somewhere, is it? Someone standing up for Q in the Middle East? Because They're breaking the regimes down. It's not people in the Middle East, it's the regimes that have been causing all this stuff with the regimes. Looks a bit Middle Easty, but they're standing for Q, and they've put restart MAGA and wherever that is because I can't see it. Hashtag QAnon with a big heart, Middle East, because they know what's going on. I've told you, it's not just in America, it's not just in UK, it's all over. So, just saying. Someone's ringing, so I'm just going to try and find this drop. See, people look at these like, I don't get it. I don't get what this is. Well, it's Waxman. Iran. Thanks, Dad. That was Iran because they're setting the people free in Iran. Kim Jong-un was under a regime. Iran was under a regime. A lot of the Middle East, we've all been under a regime. They're bringing the house of cards down. People need to research. I'm getting fired up because I'm like, do you not see? And if you can't see, what's the point, I'm not thinking here. It's different. You get told here off mainstream media what to see. I can feel it here. It's different. Yeah. Boom, Q is in Iran. He's been everywhere. Q's been everywhere. Got told about Iran ages ago. Set the people free. Yes, we are creators, but I've told you my thoughts on it anyway, so I'm not going to keep going on about it because you have to set the people free that have been chained to it. You know, like when Kanye West came out and said, we're all on the plantation, and everyone went, oh my God, that's so right. We were all enslaved. Never mind about the blacks did this to whites or the whites did this to blacks. It's rubbish. We were all enslaved. Keeping you dividing all the time with all the rubbish they put out constantly. And they're trying to let's not play Michael Jackson's music now. What? Because it was beautiful and it was the truth. So they have to drag all that up and lie about it all the time. It's going to get seen for what it is. It's coming out. I can't find... Anyway, there was pictures of an airport, which I can't seem to find at the minute, that were very nefarious paintings, and it showed you about killing animals and turtles and stuff like that, and how they were trying to kill certain bits and bobs off on the planet. You know, of the keeping the world numbers under a certain number, you know, that big thing that they were trying to do, these elites. Can't find it anyway, but I love that. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. You've got Iran. It's all over. People know about it, but people aren't researching it or they don't want to. That's fine. I'm just saying. Ooh. Just let me see what's going on the stupid news, because I just see it and think, yeah, let's look at the complete opposite. UK-EU negotiations stall as May makes last-ditch plans. Yeah, well, we know what's happening there. Police warning us. Sick Michael Jackson video comes out, which is awful, 17 hours ago, which is there's the Sun trying to pump bad stuff out about MJ yet again. I can't wait till they start putting Oprah Winfrey up there. Meet the young Kennedys. They're going on about the Kennedys now. Yeah, because they will be going on about the Kennedys because they know what's going to come out. The royals are still in the news, aren't they, as usual? The moment the Queen lost her temper and lashed out at Pritwell. Oh my God. Yes, but some of the people, this is what I'm trying to say, thoughts and perceptions. Some people can't set themselves free because they're too into the material, they're too into the celebrities. This is what I'm trying to say. It is about setting ourselves free, but something's coming to help us because it's been too long that that New World Order was getting everyone. I don't know what people don't understand. Look at the celebrities. I don't follow celebrities. Look at the celebrities, the high-ranking ones. Look at all the children that follow them and act like them and want to be like them. That's why they use celebrities. And they get them in there and they sell the soul to the devil, or they get in a place where they can't get out because they don't get paid then. So they have to do certain things. It's all out there. We know about this setting you free, but we want to set the other people free. We're trying to wake them up so they can then set themselves free and see the lies. As I said before, if you see what's going on with the secret societies and stuff, they can't work anymore when the world wakes up to see what they're doing because it's not a secret anymore. End of. That's why I say celebrities, these ones that they pump out a lot now, singing crappy stuff that people are, the words, they're singing songs, they don't even know what they're singing about, yet they want to shut Michael Jackson's songs up. That makes sense, that, doesn't it? Because his music was pure love and light, not to the crap that's in these days. They use these people, they see people getting in high ranking positions as a celebrity, they use them, get them reeled in, and then they make them pump out what they want to pump out. And if it's not through the song, it's through the video. That's how it works. That's how it works. So, just having a bit of a rant there, because I'm sorry. Yeah, that's it. Denver Airport memorials. You need to go and see the pictures of that. Viewed in sequence to see the New World Plan. Yeah, Denver Airport have got memorials on the wall of the New World Order plan for the sheeple. They were there plain as day. It shows you burning cities. It shows you kids being kidnapped and stuff or whatever it is and hurt, and mothers with babies. It shows you animals being killed off like tortoises, leopard, all this when it was going around the internet ages ago. Do you remember on Facebook where people were going hunting and being dead proud of shooting elephants and stuff like that? Depopulating animals and the world, because that's what they wanted. They just wanted what's the tablets called? I can't remember what it's called. There's a stone somewhere, Georgia stones or something. Where have you read the Georgia stones? Where they wanted to keep the population under a certain amount of people. So they're in Denver Airport. Them Denver Airport memorials were shown on the queue drops because people are just like, oh, look at it. Some people don't like it, but how you're complicit to it, or whatever the word is when you just look at something and you don't speak out about it because people just go, oh well, it's just a painting. Oh well, it's just in a film. That's their way of getting you in. Like when you sign your birth certificate, your child's birth certificate, the government own us. Well, just saying, you can't get people to save themselves, to set themselves free. If some of these people are like shackled to certain things that they don't know about. That's why they were doing it. That's why they were bringing hate speech. Hate speech is free speech. If you shut down hate speech, you shut down free speech. Easy. Because they wanted you not thinking for yourself, not speaking for yourself, not doing anything. As long as you're consume, eat, consuming, sleeping, get back up again, being like a robot, that's what they wanted. That's why mainstream media are going against Trump and the QAnon so-called conspiracy theory. When Trump was a celebrity, everybody loved him. Yeah, it is about taking your power back. Even Trump said that. But you can't take your power back if you didn't know what was happening. If you can't take your power back if you didn't know you had power in the first place. Some people don't know how powerful we are. We're getting told we're not powerful. We're getting told we're spinning around in space. And we're just this little, we're not, it doesn't mean anything. You don't mean anything. You're just nothing, as whatever they say on that side. You can't take your power back if you didn't know you were powerful. A lot of people do know the power, but there's a lot of people that don't. These new generations that came in because they're too asleep with on the phone, on the computer, playing computer games, thinking it's reality. Like I said the other day, where Antifa go out, little soy boys, thinking they can go up against proper men, like we all saw. If you didn't see it, I've seen it. Goes up against this big strapping man. A manly man, and he goes out thinking because he's been on a computer game fighting, never had a fight in his life, he can go up against, he got his ass kicked because these kids think it's reality, and it's not, because they want you to dumb you down and keep you weak, and all the stuff they've been doing to veterans and vaccinating them and then they're committing suicide and this, that and the other. It's all out there, we know all about it. Thank you. Some people need breadcrumbs and chat to them thinking for themselves. Some people can't think for themselves. Some people are not waking up like that, as I've just said. They need the breadcrumbs to take their power back because they don't understand what's going on. That's all I'm trying to say. We the people, are pissed off. Yeah, we the people are pissed off. What have they been doing to the kids? What they've been doing, not just here, everywhere. That's why Tommy speaks about what he speaks about. What have they been doing to our children for centuries? And people think it's, what's this satanical? No, Oh, it happened in the medieval times. No, wait till you find out. Enough is enough. And we the people are standing, whether that's you meditating, whether that's you're a yellow vest, whether that's you're on YouTube trying to get stuff out, whatever it is, people are doing it in different ways, but it's coming together. It's coming together. Yeah, that's why I love your thoughts and perception. You know, I love everyone coming. We're all coming off different paths, but it's all coming together. Soon we will all go. Soon you will all know. You know, it's still the same path. So I believe when people are trying to poo-hoo Q, when they don't research it, you're dividing again because it's the same path. It's a truth path. Question everything like you should be doing, like a child, and research yourself. You know? So just saying, I had to come on and say that. I haven't even had my dinner yet, so I'm going to go and get my dinner. And I might come on tonight. I was going to talk about dreams, but I just don't know what's going to happen in the day and what comes out because I like to talk. Well, maybe it's a Palladian. Palladian guidance is on the bottom of it. You only need to look at Melania. Why Trump's doing the thing on the world stage out front, you know, talking the way he does, which is brilliant. Like the man that I've just seen in the office, and he was talking real and he abrupt, but I loved it because he was just being real. He doesn't talk like a politician because he isn't a politician. What's Melania doing in the background? What's Melania doing in the background? What's she doing? That's what people are not looking at. But the mainstream media are too involved in Melania. What are you wearing? Your fashion. She went, I'm not interested in what I'm wearing. We're interested in what I'm doing, where I'm traveling around the world and what I'm doing. So you're taking back your power but giving it to Trump. No, Trump's helping the people get the power back. It's like you saying you want the people that are on your channel, you're talking to them. It's the same thing. He's trying to show people. There's nothing wrong with that. It's about connecting and sharing. But he's doing it on the world stage because it needs to be done on the world stage because people watch the world stage. You know? When people come in saying that, I just see, you know, like, what is it? What's behind your thing? Trump has woken a lot of Congress. Rome was not built in a day. Thank you. Exactly. Well, if that's how you want to feel, because I have an argument with this, if you think they're giving the power back to, they stole it from the people, will return the people, then they will realise they are the, well, yeah. He's giving it to the people so they can go and research and find out all this stuff themselves. So it's not mainstream media saying it. And then the people will get the power back, you know? And the power they stole from the people will return to the people. Then they will realise they are the power. Yes. But Trump's helping with that. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes. But like I said, it's not you, thoughts and perception, or other people that know. It's these people that are so engrossed in the material, so engrossed in the celebritism, and you know, every time a celebrity says something, we do it. If a celebrity said jump off a bridge, we do it. It's that sort of stuff. We are powerful. Power to the people. Like Trump said, giving it back. I don't know how else I can say it. You know, I can't say anything else. Um, But there you go again, nothing will change. Well, if you think nothing will change, if you think nothing will change, nothing will change. I see totally different on that because my reality is different. It is changing. They are helping the people. But as I have an agreement with another friend, if you don't see good in things, did the manifestation come in as Trump? You see something different, I see something better. So, you know, we are not giving power to Trump in that way, you mean? We are letting him and Q take the lead and wake the majority. Yeah, because a majority of are awake, but there's a lot that aren't. One day he's giving the power back to the people. Yeah, something's coming. Do you know what thoughts? I'm really not interested at the minute. You sound like someone like you sound like a shill. I'm really not interested. Contradicting what? I'm just not interested. You are contradicting yourself because you are saying to take back our power, but then you are giving it to Trump. How am I giving my power back to Trump? He's helping. You sound like a shill. You're doing it again. I've been researching for 23 years. Is it a competition? And different things on all sides of things. So, and? But do you not think something's changed in the last couple of years? Because I can see it's changed. Well, you can look at it from your angle and I'll look at it from mine. If you don't believe good things are coming in, don't believe good things are coming in. That's up to you. Trump and Q are doing the heavy lifting for us. Exactly. They're doing the heavy lifting. Do you understand how massive it is? Tip of the iceberg. It's massive. So they have to do the heavy lifting because we won't be able to do it on our own. As you know, it's very hard to wake people up, and people have been doing it since God, the hippie days or before Jesus was trying to do it. Do you know what I mean? They're lifting the heavy work out. They're moving the ones at the top, moving them out the way so everything can now start breaking down. You don't go from the top to the bottom. You go from the bottom of the pyramid upwards so it all falls down. You get those people, all the minions, and you go right up to the top. So I'm just saying. Everyone's been looking for the truth all their life, but it's not a competition if I found out 25 years. It doesn't matter if someone's just come on it a year ago. There's a certain timeline where things started changing. What started changing in 2012 when people going about Mandala and this, that, and the other? I'm not getting at you. I'm just saying, if people were manifesting, how do you know that wasn't manifesting in the way of an alliance and how Trump's coming in? But you'll see Trump as bad because he's on mainstream media. Of course he's on mainstream media. He has to be on mainstream media. You know, the playground, the theatre. Of course he does. Why do they hate him so much? Why do they hate him so much? Because he's going against the cabal. So I won't be having a big rant like this again. I'm just like, God, will people just go and research? Or don't research. Just, do your own thing and let's see what happens. So, hi, Max. I am very passionate about this. And if that's one thing I'm not, I'm just very passionate about it. Please stop saying arguing because I don't argue, I hope. No, you know what I mean though. Words, we say words sometimes and it means something else. You know what I mean? That's why words hurt sometimes. It's not what I mean, but what I'm trying to say is no one's going to change my mind on it. Like I said, it's my channel. I talk about it and I believe it's a good thing coming in. A lot of people who are against it don't research it. I know that for a fact. I prefer it when people say they'll sit on the fence with it and they'll see what comes in, because they're not sure because they know they don't research or they don't want to research or they don't want to look at it. Some people don't want to look at it and research because they don't want to, it hurts the pride if they were wrong about something. I said, if I'm wrong about this in a few months' time, I'll come on here and say I was. I am not afraid to hurt my pride to come on here and say any different. I'm not. I'm really, really, really not. But like I said, hi T. Leah Jones, I haven't seen you for ages. But the one big thing I will say is at least there was a community that came together. We were still wanting the same sort of thing. And you've always been lovely in chat. And I love that. I love that. And at least hopefully you can see that when I do fight for something, I try and fight for something that I believe in. And it is good intentions anyway of whatever you believe. Yeah. So, no, I'm not giving my power away. I'm not arguing with you. You're doing it again. I'm not interested. So, you think that. I don't. Your reality is different to mine. Yeah, Trump has more to lose than that we're close to thinking, I don't know. There's lots of mad stuff out there. Like I said, I didn't get this, Roxanne, I didn't get this book to read through it because I've been on it. But I got it for historical. Why are you shouting, oh my God, out? My God. You sound like a shill, really. It's ridiculous. That's what shills do. Anyway, I'm going to go because like I said, this is my channel. If you're new here, I'm on to Q, right? I've been on to Q. I've been on the train for about 18 months. Some people don't like it, fair enough. My intentions behind it are very good. I am proud Catholic and I know someone who worships saints and mother. Well, I'm not religious, but I believe in Catholic, what do you call it, not Catholic? I'm not religious, but I believe in, what's it called, Christian values and everything, Well, like I said, when Trump was a celebrity, everybody loved him. He comes out, on the world stage of politics and everyone hates him because they think it's, because I've never voted in my life because normally They're both sides of the coin, aren't they? They're just trying to get you to vote for the same thing, but Trump's different. And then you got celebrities shouting out about him, F Trump. Why? Is your little world going to be coming down? How much money you get and all this, that and the other? Why other people are poor? You know. Oprah Winfrey with all your money. What have you been up to? Hi, Lynn. Thank you. So, I'm sorry, but if you don't like the QAnon train, then I just wouldn't listen when I'm going on about it, you know. I was going to come on tonight and talk about dreams, which I am going to still go on about because I want to ask people about dreams and stuff, because I do talk about lots of things, but this is very positive to me. I don't come on here going doom and gloom, oh my God, we're going to FEMA camps. I'm like, yes, come on. Come on, Q. Come on, humanity. Come on, world. Come on, JFK Jr., everything. Not negative to me. So, just saying. I'm going to pull a card because I feel like it. Thank you, Polly. Yeah, the bird's in the background. So just saying, sorry, but if you're getting triggered by what I'm saying, I love you, but just don't watch it when I'm doing it. Thank you. Thank you, T. Lee Jones. Well, I know there's a lot of Americans in the house, and I know those of you who are onto Q and Trump supporters know what's going on. The UK is not that awake to Q, as far as I can see. They're starting to report on things that they think's new, and I'm like, we were reporting on that last year, you know, about this, that, and the other. Just saying. Wait till they start reporting on JFK Jr. I'll be like, we were on that last year. I got chucked out of Discords for talking about it. Oh, good. I'm glad you got your copy. There'll be little bits I don't know in there, but I've got it more for a historical thing, you know, along with the old painting that I did last year of JFK Jr., which I was going to sell, but I'm like, I just love it. So, you know, there is positive energy. There is, I told you before I go, I went to a meeting before and the guy there was brilliant and he was talking about stuff and I was like, it's just the positivity. We need more positivity and the news is bad and they're just pumping out crap. And he was like, yeah. And he was like swearing and everything, this guy. And I was like, no way. And he went, I just say it like it is. He said, I can be a bit abrupt. I went, no, but you're talking the truth and I like it. I like it. Be in charge of what you're saying. You know, he was swearing in his office and everything. And he was like, it's like the news. And he even turned around and said, you know, when people are ill and they pop a pill, like they've got a headache or a stomach ache, he went, you can heal yourself. I was like, yes. I said, but everyone pops pills and I said, oh, it's like all these. He said, I don't watch the news. I said, neither do I. And I said, oh, it's like all these conspiracy theories in it. And he started laughing. I was like, see, I went to a meeting today talking to a guy I've never spoke to at a meeting where I've been before. And I was like, he's awake. And he turned his computer screen round. And guess what number was at the top? I couldn't stop laughing. Synchronicity to me. The number 17. I was like, everyone hope you all well. Oh, thank you. Hi. Hello, Welsh babe. Yes, thank you. The fact that Trump got the leader of North Korea to talk to him. Exactly. Kim Jong-un was under a regime. They took over. Well, he's part of Q. Trump went over there and sorted all that out. Like he's gone everywhere else. China. It wasn't Russia, it was China. Kim Jong-un is not in that regime anymore. Wasn't doing nuclear weapons. Himself. All the news lied about that, didn't they? Has anything come out? No. No. A bit like over here with the Skripal poisoning in Russia. What happened with that? Anybody? What happened with that? Nothing. No, it wasn't Russia. And now they've put one out about the IRA lately because they're trying to distract from Brexit. So we'll see how that goes. And now all the rubbish that they're putting on about Michael Jackson. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, create positive vibes. That's what I've always said my channel is about, whether you believe in it or not. You know what I'm talking about. But I do try to come with, we are winning, people. Power back to the people. What does where we go one we go all is all for to unite, and that's off the Kennedy Bell. The Kennedy Bell. There's that Kennedy thing again. Kennedy Bell. We're winning. We're coming together. We're winning. Unite. Anyone heard of ISIS lately? Anyone heard of any wars lately? Exactly. That's what Trump was stopping. Anyone heard of ISIS lately? It was a big thing when Obama was in. Anyone heard of wars lately? No, because Trump's going around doing the art of the deal. Not the art of war, the art of the deal. We can have deals with countries and trade with countries. We do not need to be warring with the false wars, you know, for oil and this, that and the other and all that sort of stuff. Anyone heard of ISIS? Wars? Not since Trump's been in. Funny that. It was going on when Bush and Obama was in, wasn't it? Clinton's. Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, I'm pulling a card and I'm going because I'm hungry. And I haven't had my dinner. So, and it's raining. And there's a big foggy cloud. Just one massive cloud over the sun as usual. Can't see nothing. Getting on my nerves. Roll on summer. Right, I'm pulling a card. So that's my rant for today. I probably will be on late, but I just felt like a rant, you know. People saying, come to love. Yeah, I am, but I can have a rant. People say we're not human when we're a little bit human, aren't we? Because we do reside here in this body. So therefore, I'm having a human rant. Obama got the Nobel Peace Prize while bombing 7 countries. Work that one out. Oh, you're going to send me a MAGA hat? Yeah, send me a MAGA hat. You'll have to DM me on Twitter. I'll wear it. I've got a Trump t-shirt. Right. Yeah, we need this. Let's all have a bit of laughter. A bit of laughter. Positivity. Because they did take this away, weren't they? It was all doom and gloom. Doom and gloom. We need to laugh, people. Be childlike. The child's laughter is so uplifting. Laughter. I hate that hat being... Well, that's because people get triggered by it. And then I've just took 2 more off the top. Are you ready for this? 42, let love be the beacon, your beacon. Yep. America was the last beacon of hope with JFK Jr. America falls, we all fall. And then the big one is the big picture, which I have been talking about. The big picture. Number 6. Because when you put all this together, you will see the bigger picture. And then you can take your power back. Mind is a crazy place. Definitely is. Definitely is. Living in the Matrix, people. Living in the Matrix. So, if you haven't got this book, I'd go and get it for historical reasons. Oh, by the way, inside, I don't know where it is. If I find it or not. Oh, I might read some of it out tonight. I might be on tonight. It's on 17 likes. I might be on tonight. I might not. This does knacker me out, people. It does knacker me out. Tire me out. But I probably will come on tonight because I'm vibing. And I was going to talk about dreams, but you know, I'll probably end up throwing something in there. So people here make a huge deal about. So what if they make a huge deal about it? That's up to them. It really means make the earth great again. You know, America then the world. So to me, it's make the earth great again.